It is now exactly 7 o'clock by my computer, so I'm going to formally first start by introducing our sign language interpreter, Chris Burrow, and just checking again, if you can't see the interpreter but you're on Zoom, then it may be that you need to update to Zoom and look in the live chat box. There is a link, and I think our record has been being able to update it in about 2.5 minutes. There's also closed captions available. You can go to those by clicking on CC. That again is usually, but not always, at the bottom of the screen. Our captions tonight, as always, are brought to you by Global Real-Time Captioning. And if anybody wants those details, just drop me a line. I'm due at together2012.org.uk. So I've been talking for quite some time, but I'm about to start handing over to other people. For those who have just joined us, Act Up Newham is our associate drama company. They're an inclusive theatre company. Most of the members identify as disabled people. Los Inseparables from Chile, who we'll be working with as well, is a company by and for people with learning difficulties. But again, you'll hear a great more about that in a minute. I realised I hadn't done any audio description yet, so just looking at myself in the monitor to remember what I've got on. I wasn't able to wear anything from Chile because so far I have never visited and nobody has brought me back a present. But I do have a South American Ecuadorian sombrero on. Looks more like a pork pie hat really, but it is genuinely from South America. And I also have a Venezuelan necklace, which is a hematite necklace with a little turtle on it. I've got a white t-shirt with our Together logo, and I have green eyes, light olive skin, and under my sombrero I have a self-styled hennaed corona crop, so you can imagine I was delighted to have the excuse to wear the hat tonight. I think that should be just about everything. I don't need to tell you where the fire exits are, so that's another huge relief. You have your own refreshments, so if everybody is comfortable and the act uppers are ready, I'm going to ask my assistant Josh, for whom also great thanks, and thanks in advance to our funders, Arts Council England and National Lottery Community Fund and Emergency Fund, and to remove me and introduce Hannah Facey. Hannah Facey is the coordinator of Act Up Newham, and she's going to be leading on the presentation tonight. So welcome, Hannah.
Thank you, Ju. So I Am Toni is a collaboration between Los Inseparables in Chile and Act Up Newham in Newham, London. So before I take you to the Act Uppers to tell you a little bit more about the process, we've got an introduction film to introduce the people from Los Inseparables and to show you more of what we've been doing. So if we could have that now.
We were working online before the lockdown.
Act Up. We're working with a theatre company
In Chile. Los Inseparables.
Mi nombre es Ricardo. Eli. Matías. Carolina.
Speak Spanish.
We love working with them.
Gloria.
Crazy. Pisa.
We sent them ideas on the computer.
Take a look what we have done.
We to you.
La rosa,
y pusieron de testigo a un jazmín y un pensamiento. ¡Eso es, compadre!
La rosa con el clavel, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida y pusieron de testigo, mi vida un jazmín, un pensamiento, mi vida la rosa con el clavel.
So we now have different act-uppers to come and do very short presentations about different aspects of the process of how we created I Am Toni with Los Inseparables in Chile. So first up, we have Pritesh Patel coming to tell us all about who we worked with and how we got to know them. So can you introduce yourself?
My name is Pritesh.
Yeah, Pritesh. I'm Pritesh. So we worked with a theatre company, Los Inseparables, for this project. So where were they from?
Chidi.
They were from Chile. And what do they do differently to us? They
Speak
speak, what do they speak?
Spanish.
They speak Spanish. And how did we get to know them when we first met them?
Names.
So we sent them our names. And but we couldn't go to Chile to tell them our names because they're too far away. So how did we tell them our names? What did we send them?
Film.
So we sent them films of our names. And what else did they send us?
Postcard.
So they sent us postcards, and I think we have a picture of the postcard. Yes, so here is the postcard they sent us with their ideas of what London was like. And then we have coming up a picture of another postcard that we sent to them, which was all the act-uppers' ideas about what Chile was like. And what else did they show us to do, Pritesh, when we were getting to know them? They showed us
Warm up.
They sent us films of doing warm-ups and we learnt them, and then we sent them films of our warm-ups. And Pritesh, what was your favorite warm-up?
Foreign ball.
Your favorite warm-up was one they taught us about pretending to throw a ball to each other, is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pritesh. So next up, we have Glory coming to tell us about how we exchanged ideas with Los Inseparables so that we could come up with ideas for our show. So can we have Glory Spotlight? Hello.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen at home. My name's Glory.
Great. So Glory, what did
Yes.
Act Up and Los Inseparables send to each other so that we could think of ideas?
Photos.
So we sent photos, and I think we have an example coming up. And so Glory, what were we doing in these photos?
We were standing still and posing and acting.
Great, so we were acting, we'd act out a scene and then we'd stand still in a freeze and send it to them. And then this is an example of one that they sent back to us that we used to get ideas from.
Yes.
Yeah, and what did we do with the photos?
We sent a picture back and we were thinking what they were saying.
Yeah, so we would look at the picture and we would say, you're right, Glory, what they'd be saying. And you can see on this picture, the speech bubbles that we added to them to think of, to help get ideas for a scene from the photos.
Yes.
If we can have the photo away. What else did they send us, Glory?
Lines.
They sent us lines. And what language were the lines in?
Spanish.
They sent us lines in Spanish, and we sent back lines in English. So if we have that coming up.
Yes.
There.
They was.
And And what else? What did they ask us? Can you tell us, Gloria? What did they ask us?
Questions.
They asked us
And
questions.
they asked us questions, and we answered the questions.
Yes, great. And is there anything else they sent us?
Yes, they sent us noises.
And what did we do with the noises?
We sent the noises back.
Great. So they sent us recordings of themselves doing noises, and we sent recordings back. Thanks, Glory. So that's all the different ways that we were exchanging ideas. And next up, I'm going to move, and we have Stera to tell us about what did we do with these ideas. So can you introduce yourself? I'm Stera. And what did we make with the ideas? We made a character. And what was he called? So we made a character called Toni. And how did we use the ideas that Los Inseparables sent us? We made a script and a story. We made a script and a story. And what did we use? What do we make out of that? We made a film. Great. And what else did we make? We all made paintings. We have a photo of us. We have a photo coming up. So here, what are we doing? We're doing our paintings. We're using the film. And another one. And what did you, Sarah, make yourself for the project? As well as paintings, I made a poem. And what was that poem about? And here is more examples of this painting. So you made a poem. What was your poem about? The character Toni was angry and fighting. He was angry about the fighting. He was really angry about it at a party. So Sarah made a poem about the character very angry about a fight at a party. Thank you very much, Sarah. And now we'll pass over to Grace Fundu to tell us more about how we devised the story from the things that we made and the ideas that were sent to us. So can you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Grace Fundle.
Hi, Grace. So can you tell us, how did we start creating the story of Toni?
How we created Toni was we had to plan it out, and also we just had to draw out the person, and we had to think about what he likes, what he doesn't like, the type of character he is, what he looks like as in the person.
Great, thanks. And I think we have a photo of that coming up. Here is what Grace is telling us about how we made the character of Toni. And so once we thought of Toni's personality, what he liked, what he didn't like, how did we go on to create the story of his life?
How we create the story of his life is we had to write down the patterns of his life. So from when he was a teenager and from when he was an adult, and then from there we had to pick the pictures to act it out to see where it can fit.
Great. So we used the pictures that Los Inseparables sent us, and we sent them to fit in with different parts of his life.
Yeah.
Can we get rid of the photo? That's okay. And so as part of working out the story of his life, you wrote a letter. Who did you write a letter to, and what was it about?
The letter was about Toni's mum, and basically what the letter was about was the fact that he was doing bad, and like he was smoking, drinking, and he was telling his mum on the letter that, you know, he regretted for what he was doing in the past, and he wanted to change. He wanted to change and become a better person.
So a lot of the story that we explore is the struggle between good and bad. So how did we show this struggle in the story, the struggle between good and bad?
So basically, we did a movement of Queka. So
And what's
Queka. So Queka is an international dance. It's from Chile, and basically we use that movement to create Tony's life, to see which direction he will go, good or bad.
Great, thanks. So we have now our Jagni to come and tell us about the process of actually making the film. If you just want to unmute yourself.
Hello, my name is Awa, and I'm going to tell you about the planet of this.
Great. So who filmed the project?
We did.
So all of you filmed the project, and how was it?
Well, it was challenging because obviously we do show footage, so it was challenging.
Yeah, so it was challenging. So what was the most challenging thing about it?
Thinking.
Oh, so using the green screen. Can we have a photo of that, I think? So what was challenging about using the green screen?
By using the thinking, you had to stand in the middle of the thinking, because if you come at the end of the thinking, your arm will be shut off.
Yeah, so we had to be careful that we didn't lean out and get our arms chopped off in the film. So what did we learn in particular?
We learned a lot of shots, and we used them to cut out cardboard.
And we have a picture of that?
We labeled them.
So we cut out pieces of cardboard and labeled them in order to learn the shots?
Yes.
Great. Do we have a picture of the shots coming up? Here's what Ara is talking about, us working up the shots using cardboard. And I think we have one more. And how did we put the actors? And here is the other example of us using the cardboard to work out the shots. Thanks. So we had actors from Los Inseparables in Chile.
Yes.
So how did we make sure that they were part of our film as well?
We print the pictures out of them, and we used them in the puppets. Puppets.
Great, thank you. So next up, we would have had Paisa Malik telling us about how we edited the film. Unfortunately, she's not able to be here today, but she has written what she would have said, so I'm going to tell you. Paisa said, we finished the film with a final editing. We edited all together in a group, and we put the computer on a big screen so that we could all see what we were doing. So can we have the photo of that? She says, we had to present the film very clearly and precisely to show the life of Toni. We looked at the sequence of the film and picked the best shots. We had to show the theme and relevant parts of Toni's life. And we had to add the appropriate music, dancers, and background, which was suitable for our green screen. So thanks for that, Paisa. And we could have the act uppers on the screen so that we can introduce the film. Glory, if you, yeah, so I think Glory's going to introduce for us.
Hello, my name's Glory.
You say ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Your hand ready, bro?
I am
Toni.
Tony.
Oh,
Toni. I am Tony. This is me.
Tony, where are you?
No.
Tiny man, some blue jumper. Tiny add that shoes on
Can we go?
Wait! You don't have on any trousers.
Woo!
Tony red trousers.
This is me. What I like.
Didn't you like holiday?
I don't know. I love holiday.
Do you like Easter?
I love pizza.
Didn't you like parties?
I want to wine and behave rude. I dare you, I dare you. Yes, tonight I'm in the mood. I want to...
Do you like faggots? I don't like faggots.
Do you like fighting?
I don't like party. This is me. I am Toni. Don't you?
Stop smoking.
Don't get involved in gun crime.
No life.
No lives.
No more drugs.
No more drugs.
¿Qué pasa aquí?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Estoy tan triste.
I'm so sad.
Están locos.
It's a loco. No crazy.
Ya, me duele mucho la cabeza, necesita ayuda.
My hip hurts and I need help.
Me gusta mucho el piso.
I like flow so much.
No sé nada.
I know nothing.
No quiero nada contigo.
I don't want nothing to do with you. Get away from me. Stop stealing.
Aléjate de mí, deja de gritar.
La rosa con el juramento. Hicieron un juramento. Y pusieron de testigo a un jazmín y un pensamiento. Eso es, compadre.
La rosa con el clavel, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida y pusieron de testigo, mi vida a un jazmín y un pensamiento, mi vida la rosa con el clavel. No se tiren con rosa, allá va quien tiene espina. Tírame con violeta, allá va quien son más finas. No me tires con rosa, allá va quien tiene espina. Quieres son más finas, allá va rosa con dalia. ¿Dónde irá mi negrita? Allá va que yo no vaya. Anda rosa con dalia, allá va que yo no vaya.
I dare you from front, behind. Boy, I don't mind. Come test my wine. I dare you, I dare you. All night you're watching me and the party boy. Every time I whine, you're watching me, boomsy boy. Man, you're looking bad every time I start. I know you really want to jam up on me. Well,
party at my house. Stop fighting. Mad. Help me and talk to me. I want to dance and drink some water. Stop fighting. It's my party. Go out. Stop.
Dear Mom, I hope you remember me. I imagine your eyes. I imagine your smile. You said I was your sweet angel, but I didn't understood why you left me in foster care. When I got older, there's so many things I've done bad in the past that I didn't tell you. I've carried knives, got someone killed, taken drugs, got drunk. I tried to stop, it wasn't easy, but I decided to change and work with young people to get out of the streets. I felt guilty for what I did. If I had to go back in the past, I wish I didn't do all these things again.
Hello. How are you? You waiting for your job interview?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Then jumping something new is starting now.
¿Cómo te llamas?
My name is Tony.
My name's Toni too.
Tony. What a coincidence. We're all tiny.
¿Cuál es tu color favorito?
What's my favourite colour?
Oh,
¿Cuánto mascota tienes?
A cat?
And a dog.
Me gustaría saber si te gusta andar en micro en Londres.
Yes! I love rides in the bus in London.
¿Cuál es tu profesión? ¿A qué te dedicas?
I never had the job before, but after I'm shot, I needed to make a decision whether I wanted to keep on this bad life or move on and do something good with my life. I was involved in drugs and trouble when I was younger, but yeah, now I want to work with children who are in the same situation as I was in, but now I want to help improve their life.
¿Qué te gusta hacer?
What do I like doing?
People. I like Kofila Mide.
I like working with young people.
La rosa con el clavel hicieron un juramento y pusieron de testigo a un jazmín y un pensamiento. Eso es, compadre.
La rosa con el clavel, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida hicieron un juramento, mi vida y pusieron de testigo, mi vida a un jazmín y un pensamiento, mi vida la rosa con el clavel. No se tire con rosa, allá va quien tiene espinas.
Hi, welcome back. At this point in the theatre, I would usually say a big round of applause. So maybe we can all give them a big round of applause from home, even though they can't hear it. Mine is one-handed and also more like deaf applause because I have both hands in splints. So if I bang them together, it doesn't have quite the desired effect. So Hannah, and the rest of ACT UP, do get ready. What we're going to do next is have some questions. If you haven't got a list of typing showing on the right-hand side of your screen, go to the top left-hand corner, and under view, you can see view live chat. And you can now type questions to the company. There's something coming up saying a huge round of applause from Danny. So before we go into the questions, I just wanted to, well, just explain a few things. You've just seen the film. It's being launched tonight on the website. It's part of a multimedia presentation that also includes an interactive online gallery. And there's been some short films made as well. You can see all of these things linked from the event page on our website. So go to the Making History Together 2020 Festival programme page, go down to the I Am Toni event page, and everything will be linked from there. This project was originally due to be launched in March. You can obviously see from the filming it was largely created in 2019. Since then, the company have used their Zoom experience and created just a wonderful series of films. On our Together Unlocked show from April till August, they made a film for us every single week. All of those are embedded on our highlights and links page, but why not go straight to the Act Up Newham YouTube channel, where you can also see a range of other films. Some of the best films, of course, as Arwa said, they are a theatre company, first and foremost. So another thing you can see on the event page is profiles of many of the company members, and all of those have some footage from previous stage shows and indeed, of course, future stage shows. So we've been very grateful to that. One final word, you saw some company members on the films that haven't been able to be here tonight. Jade Amasempari has been on a course this autumn, and Paiza Malik, unfortunately, although she's been contributing to everything, has been unable to join us tonight. So all good wishes to Paiza and Jade, but we have the rest of us with us. So Hannah, I'm looking at some of the comments, and this is the first question I'm going to take, and it's from Jane Marjoram, and she says, bravo, thought-provoking. We are all Toni. Do you think that we all have both good and bad in us?
Great. Can we highlight Grace to answer that question? Grace, are you there? Grace? Oh, you've got to unmute yourself.
Sure. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my phone froze.
Ah, sorry. So the question was, can we have the question again, Ju?
Yes, we are all Toni. Do you think we all have both good and bad in us?
I mean, we all have good in us. I mean, some people have bad in them. It just depends.
So you think we all have good in us, but some people have bad. You don't think we all have good in us, or all have bad in us?
We do. It depends. It depends how we are in our times.
And that really came through. So I've got some more things. Applause, great film, huge round of applause, amazing, well done guys, excellent performance, well done everyone. Quite a lot of emojis. This is from Patty Thomas, who says to Arwa, well done Arwa, really enjoyed it. Leslie Hare says, wow, that was fantastic. So the next question is from Leslie, and it says, how long did you take to put it together?
Can we have hour to answer that question from Leslie? If we could spotlight hour. Hi, Hour. Did you hear the question?
Hello.
So the question was, how long did you take to put it together?
I would say a really long time.
What do you think took the longest?
The editing, because we had to do everything together, and it takes a long time.
So the editing took a really long time.
Yes, because Tom Rees also wanted to know how long you'd done that.
So I was right, the editing did take a long time, didn't it? Because we did it all collaboratively so that we would all make decisions together. which takes a long time, but has good results. And also,
It's-
as Awa was telling us before, the filming, because it was a challenging process for us. So probably those things did take the longest, but I think we were sending ideas between the two companies for about 3 months before we started devising.
So
And then
this
we had a summer
question,
project where we, in 1 week, we came up with all the ideas for the story. And then after the summer, we did all the filming.
so this is a very relevant question now from Imogen. Did you enjoy learning about the Chileans and their culture? And would you like to visit them in person one day? And that is from Imogen and Ant.
Great. Could we have Glory Spotlight to answer the
Yes.
question?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey.
Hey, so the question is, did you enjoy learning about Chile?
Yes,
What did you enjoy most about learning about Chile, Glory?
because I enjoyed learning about Chile because I love seeing the new people on the YouTube, and I was feeling like going to the university in Chile, then I'll feel like doing drama there, then come back to visit London so I can visit you, Goslings and everyone, so I could do drama with you again, then due
Yeah.
for poetry class.
Yeah, so out of everybody, Gloria is the one who most wants to go to Chile and even has incorporated it into his life plans. And I know you also really like the dancing.
Yeah, I like the dancing of the
Can you
quacker.
tell us
The
about that?
quacker. I love dancing to the quacker. Then I was moving my bottom and everything. Then
And
everyone knows that I'm a dancing quacker, yeah, and feeding in the show. Then that's why my quacker's very nice and quacker in my dancing.
Great.
I thought the quacker was really infectious. I loved
Yes.
the dancing in the wheelchairs. Can I just ask, who did the face paint, and is that traditional?
The face paint is not traditional. That was me. We were the Act Uppers designed it. It was to more represent the good and the bad that Toni was choosing between.
I thought it was excellent.
Thank you.
So I have 2 questions from
Can I just say,
Farah.
we also have a film on our YouTube channel which teaches you how to dance the quacker on Zoom. So if you're interested in what Glory's saying about the dance, you can look that up and be dancing the quacker at home.
And we'll try and embed that on the event page tomorrow as well. So I have 2 questions next from Farah. So the first is, have you picked up any Spanish words? And the second was, what was everyone's favorite scene?
Can we have hour for the Spanish words? Hour, what do you say in Spanish all the time now? Wait, unmute yourself first. Yeah.
My favorite word is escalator. That means R-U-A-C.
So hour is now all the time telling everybody, not are you crazy in English, but in Spanish, I can't even say it, but hour says it really well. Say it again.
Escalator.
There we go.
So before we go on to Farah's second question, there's a related question from P. Hillier, which is, how long did it take for the cast to learn the translation from Spanish to English?
Can we have Pritesh to answer that question? Hey, Pritesh. Can you
All right.
Oh, you were very interested in learning Spanish, weren't you?
Yes.
But did we speak Spanish?
No.
No, so who did the translation for us? Who speaks Spanish in the group?
Chile.
Claudia. Claudia speaks Spanish. So our assistant facilitator, who can't be here today, actually is from Chile, and she worked originally with Los Inseparables years ago and still has that connection. So she did all the translation for us, which was really useful. So although we did learn a few phrases, we didn't learn the translations.
but I was going to say most of the company, including Stera, who speaks English and Dutch, are actually bilingual at least, aren't they? Which I think is kind of typical of Newham. Almost half of our residents don't speak English at home. This is not a question, but a comment from Danny. I thought the film was brilliant. What a brilliant job you've all done. I'm watching from Plymouth in the southwest, and I'm going to tell everyone about the group and the film tomorrow. And Julie Newman, who's the chair of UKDPC, watching from elsewhere where I am, says, thank you everybody at ACT UP. That was marvellous and very impressive. What a strong message. And she'd also asked, how did you manage to work in 2 languages?
I think there was a second question from Farah to answer.
Yes, and I think as we've just got 2 minutes left, that might be a good one to end on, which was, what was everyone's favourite scene?
Great, so we're going to go to Stera first. So let me just Stera in the spotlight. So Stera, what was your favourite thing? Your Stera, and it was meeting all the people. So you liked working with the people from Chile? Yes, but what was your favourite scene in the film? So Toni, when Toni was sleeping and he wakes up, you like that bit at the end? Great. Thank you, Stera. Do we have time to ask the other ACT UPers?
We certainly do.
Great. Can we go to Pritesh?
Oh, good.
Yeah. What was your favourite scene from the film?
I think Ava is sad.
When Awa was sad and the puppets were her thoughts.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks. And
I like it.
You like that bit? Yeah. Can we have Glory?
Yeah.
So Glory, what was your favourite scene in the film?
Scene in the film is the scene in the film. What I like is everybody of us.
So you liked all of it?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
You have one favourite bit of the film?
The Spanish.
You liked doing the Spanish bits. Great.
Yeah, Spanish bits.
Can we have Grace?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So what was your favourite scene in the film?
My favourite scene in the film was where when we did the quacker.
The quacker. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have Awa left to ask.
Very. I really like the no knife, no fighting. Yeah.
I really liked that with the movements in the park as well. That's
yeah. That was a windy day.
It was a freezing day, and the actors did so well to be so professional. It was so cold. Every time we watched the film, we were remarkable. Oh, that was so cold. Yeah. Thank you, Ella. And that's everybody. Have I missed anyone out? No.
Well, that's just as well, because it's 1 minute past 8. So it just remains for me to say thank you so much to Chris Burrow, our sign language interpreter, to Global Real-Time Captioning, who've been doing our captions, to Josh Surgener, who's doing our technical side, to our funders, Arts Council England, National Lottery Community Fund and National Lottery Emergency Fund. And of course, the biggest thank you of all to ACT UP Newham and Los Inseparables in Chile. All of this information and the links will be on the event page tomorrow. So it just leaves me to wish you a very safe journey to your kitchen or to your next Zoom. And we will now, as it were, drop the curtain.